Thanks. He said our names this time, James. It's an improvement. But will there be an improvement here from DreamEaters? A big match. I like how they set this one up on the desk, and they did a good job because DreamEaters, they have shown some promise here in the past. I was kind of making it all about crazy before, and here they start things off with some mid-control. It's just going straight, making their presence known, making all the steps in the world. DreamEaters know exactly what's happening. Cheeky shot through the smoke will take down Kinky. That's never nice to be on the receiving end of.
I feel like the top is the wrong way around. Unless I'm crazy. I don't think all these players in blue play for DreamEaters, but anyway.
That got me, thanks.
Yeah, let's see what happens. It is actually crazy on the CT side. And Speedak and co, DreamEaters, or what remains of them, Speedak. There we go. Oh, no, we don't go. Well, there we go. There is the first round in the bag for the likes of Crazy.
There we go, and it has been corrected, so it's all good. And that's on the CT side as well, and that's what we saw them do huge damage against the like of North. They had trouble with Crazy getting off to a good economy, having all the weapons in the world, never really having any stress there towards the beginning. You can kind of set the tone. We all see aggressions, I'm sure, from Crazy. They do enjoy that. It is a map which allows the most CT aggression, or one of the maps that allows for a huge amount. Overpass, of course, being another one of those. So we'll see Crazy, Thamas, MP9, the Orcs, all looks very nice. But 3 AKs will be shown here from DreamEaters, so they're not without firepower themselves. They've got a good amount of utility to back this up with as well. So 2 players sacrificing Kevlar, Speedak and Forrester, so that they can get Crad, Kinky and Siats all powered up with Kevlar on a rifle. Looking for a play onto the A-bomb site. It'll be Crad with the AK in middle by himself, looking to catch rotation.
I come into this game of Mirage making no assumptions. I think that if DreamEaters win some rounds that Crazy should win, I feel like Crazy could just get really nervous. They do not want a repeat of what they had yesterday versus North. And I feel like we've seen some hesitation from them. So in that sense, I think there's something to be done here for DreamEaters. They're moving into the A-bomb site now. They need to get the bomb down. They need to get the bomb planted quickly. Making a push towards CT, there is a trade. That's really important post-plant. There's lots of rotation to be had from Crazy. There is the bomb finally planted. There is a flash for Kinky to use. He deploys it. But he doesn't really have anyone too close to him. Esperanto's crept to triple somehow. No one covering any other angle. And there's Crad in the mid position. 2 players left for Crazy. Still looks hard for them.
Yeah, Krad's stuck behind the smoking connector now. Siats, meanwhile, moved towards the fireboxes, and Krad is really harassing, trying to make his presence known. Be a distraction. Hunter, meanwhile, hunts down Siat. Forrester on the Deagle, looking to move forward. So let's remember, he has no Kevlar. There's the bomb, but there's no defuse kit. Hunter has to come off the bomb. There's no time really to do this. He has to go for the hold. Forrester picks up an AK-47. He's done enough. He's done enough, and the bomb will detonate. Great stuff for DreamEaters. That was a beautiful round, I have to say. They got all the small details right there, James. We have to remember. Speedak was one of the 2 players with no Kevlar and a Deagle. He's the guy that swings CT spawn first, and Sviat comes behind him to trade with the AK. All these small details were done correctly by DreamEaters, and they're rewarded with the round win. If not for Esperanto creeping across because of the timing, that's, Crad wasn't in position in mid just yet, then that would have been even more dominant. Well, that would have been a dominant victory, I'm sure, in the round, so...
And so it begins.
Yeah, I mean, how important is that? Don't allow Crazy to get comfortable.
Psychologically, it's important. Psychologically, I feel like DreamEaters have a huge advantage. This is really wild. Honestly, I think that even if you looked at, again, if you looked at stuff from the Major and tried to hard counter them, I don't know how good that is going to be at this point. Such a dramatic change from them. It's like the limits of the universe were expanded. They thought it was X big, but it's Y big. They have so much more information now on how they play Counter-Strike. Sviat moving quickly towards the connector position. Always makes me think of Kiyoshima when you see a fast play like this. Just sweeping, looking for somebody to eliminate. There's a smoke top con now to deny information for Crazy to get better positions if they want them. But they need to identify what Crazy are up to in this round. They have to assume the force buy.
they were threatening a fast B split there with the way that they kind of started the round, the information that Crazy had. But Crazy didn't really rotate anyone towards the B positions. They just, sometimes when you're playing around like this with the force buy, you're kind of light on your feet, you're quick to rotate, because you need to get in position quickly, but it's actually just Letney here. Alone. He's going to have to buy time. That's his objective, buy time. And that's a good smoke to do so. Defensive smoke, but not quite timely enough. And the smoke into window, that's going to convince Crazy to go for the full save. And I'm not sure if DreamEaters have the info that it's a force buy or not. Obviously, the force buy is the most likely, but obviously you have to confirm that information somehow. And Letney died behind the smoke, more or less, just as it bloomed. So again, they'll see a deagle, but it could have just been that he bought a deagle.
This has to be a force buy after losing the anti-force buy after winning the pistol.
Well, you say that, but how can they confirm the information, James?
It has to be. Everyone does it. That's why. It must be.
That's definitely a good guess. And also, saving like this is somewhat of an indication. So I'm curious what the approach will be for the next round, if they'll do something similar or if they'll try to mix it up. I like this approach again because they represent a really fast round and they slow it down to see if they can catch a rotation or get some information as to what the CTs are doing before committing to the play. It's always fun when you see a team take the time to do that.
So a second attempt from Crazy with this force buy. Only marginally weaker with one player lost. Let's see what they offer on this occasion. I'm sure it partly depends on the spawns as well. I do believe Otto's got a good spawn for the window. But there is a smoke headed his way. He gets a shot off just before it pops. Sviat there pretty quickly. So we'll see if he gets followed up upon. In the meantime, next to with the Org, we'll see people walking down part of the mid position. Crowd surely won't be expecting this. You can see Otto trying to run distraction in the meantime. Almost. Just that one shot, that's the information. That could have been a kill, but such is life. Next will quietly walk away, put the Org somewhere else, I'm sure.
Yeah, that was a huge deal. And again, I like it, focusing on that mid-control first, getting the information as they can. And now moving on towards the B apartments, which is kind of cool because the Org is the strongest gun. It's a possibility it would have been rotated away after being spotted at short. And it is towards the window at the moment. So with the right grenades, this could still work out. Should still be able to get the bomb down, get onto the bomb site. The Org will move into position. It's all on Next, and now to deny this. Oh my god, Crad nails him in the face. The Org's collected by Letney, but they're going to be lining up right now for Kinky as well. So it doesn't look like they can do all that much here. There's only one frag, that's it.
There was a nice pop flash play from Crazy and a jump peek to see what was going on in the apartments, but they weren't able to capitalize on that information. I don't think they saw all of what was going on. Either way, the Orc has been lost for the time being. Maybe Sviat picks it up. He's got an upgrade to do, as does Forrester. Esperanto and Otto still lurking. There are some exit frags to be had here. Or maybe not. Esperanto now with the 5-7. If he moves away, there's a chance that the bomb explosion could send the gun in his direction, but he'll have a look, and that look will be punished. So he'll have to buy his Kevlar again at the very least. 3-1 for DreamEaters at the start of Mirage. Not the start most people were expecting, but here we are.
Yeah, they're looking really clinical. This is great to see from DreamEaters. Again, it's not like they're just running, okay, we're going to do this round. They leave themselves options to change things up if they need to, by taking the map control first. I'm sure they have an ideal plan, but they give themselves room to adjust if needed. That's so important at the top level. See some typical grenades here from Crad. The molly to deny, play through connector, any fast peaks, flashbangs as well. Just creating lots of presence with these nades. The pop flash into connector, it's a nice one. Easy to learn that one. And a fast push into B again. Hunter's right below though. There's no flashbang to deal with Hunter. It's the flashes from the CTs instead that will dominate DreamEaters.
Maybe this is the start of something promising for Crazy. 4 players alive for the time being. Not too much Sviat can do with the Mac-10. The bomb may have been, actually I don't think anyone's close enough to hear the bomb being dropped in the apartments. Always got to be careful when you do that, but sometimes you don't have a choice. 1 minute on the clock. Now Crad has to find something. Esperanto's just made it around the corner, however. But maybe there's still a chance, although, yeah, because he's just jump peeking ramp. I was wondering if he was going to peek from toll booth, but he's just keeping an eye on the ramp position. 44 seconds. Sviat waiting. At some point, he's going to have to go back to get the bomb in the kitchen area, should he push. Out comes Crad, big headshot from him. Can he pull rotation? Sviat can hear people moving over. He's going to get one frag, there's one more to deal with, but he's got to go and get the bomb. Now, running away, wonder what this means. He's going to go all the way towards the A-bomb side, actually. Nex is still here. Somehow, they've made it a 2 versus 2 DreamEaters. They've been delivering in these awkward situations, but they've got a little more to do.
This is a big position from Lepny, and he gives the position away, missing the opportunity. That's very unfortunate, very difficult to make this one work. Next will take down Crad. Sviat will swap out for an M4A1. This is very difficult. They did a good job to get the damage in, that's for certain, but the round will ultimately go to CR4ZY, of course. And yeah, it's a good point that you make there, James. Mirage is a lot about that kind of a situation, having weird mid-rounds, like being able to play those spots. So it's encouraging for DreamEaters' future on this T side that they showed that they can do that early on here.
Difficult rounds for CR4ZY, very difficult rounds. Their buy is brittle, both teams are on the buy, but DreamEaters have a little more in the hole. So again, it's a nervous situation for CR4ZY. I don't feel like they've had comfort at any point in this game, apart from the lead they had previously, which soon disappeared, all too soon. They've normally been on a comeback in many of the series we've seen, especially yesterday. Initial grenades, initial map control taken. DreamEaters looking to burst out of the palace of 3 players. They've got Sviat on the ramp. He's got a flash and a molly, but he's just walking out, clearing areas with the AK at the moment. Crad could try to run distraction on mid, but he's got no grenades at this point. So it might be a late rotation from him if DreamEaters can be successful on A.
They're looking for the timing to burst onto the A side through balcony. This is an unusual one to put so many players in this position. Esperanto, is he going to pick a good timing for this? Well, Crad is occupying his attention, and that might be the time now for them to go out of the balcony, waiting for some grenades. So Esperanto, oh, he's being caught by Speedak, holding the AWP. Nexa with a headshot position by Tickets, doing damage. Lots of bullets hailing towards his direction, but he'll stay alive as Otto now shows his face with the AWP, and this is not working out here. Oh my god, Sviat will get a shot off, but now it's down to Speedak in the 1 versus 3. 30 seconds to go, the bomb down on the ground, the flick not going to connect. And CR4ZY survive again. 3-3 now.
3 players in Palace for quite a long time there for DreamEaters. They had an engagement on the play around connector, however they weren't able to use that to burst onto the site. A very laboured push, and CR4ZY are able to hold. And that's a nice boost of confidence for CR4ZY. Surviving with enough players and putting DreamEaters on a pistol situation. Some Desert Eagles here and there. 0 grenades, always notable to see how many grenades there are. It is a big fat 0. So we'll see what they can do. At least 4 Desert Eagles. Alright, 5. We've got the full butcher buy. DreamEaters looking for meat shots across the map. Covering many of the checkpoints. 1 ramp on Palace, 1 top mid, 2 in the underpass. Next, may have spotted somebody with a jump peek. Made towards Tetris, but nothing doing.
Deeks for days. You never know. One of the things about Mirage is that usually on the, you can bait out grenades a bit quicker than on some other maps, which is one of the reasons why the mid rounds can be really interesting. But if you just got Deagles, it's hard to pressure away that utility. So CR4ZY are holding on to it for as long as they can. They've got 2 smokes remaining to make things difficult. And DreamEaters now has nothing's been given them. No forward positions from CR4ZY. They'll rally towards the ramp position, looking for the A attack. But there's players all over the place to worry about. That's one of them. You occasionally see a Deagle win that battle, but very rare. And they can't really find their way in the utility. The rifles. 1 frag. That's it.
4th round for CR4ZY. But DreamEaters are back on the buy. They've got a lot of money now. AK-47's coming out. Speedak would be AWP, no Kevlar, but he's going to go for the AK-47 on this occasion. So 5 AKs, which is doable. Some teams don't opt to have an AWP on the T side of Mirage in many rounds. Lots of things you can do with utility. Double orbs are crazy in the meantime. Letney and Otto. Esperanto is the one going to the window. Is he going downstairs? Looks like he is. No one's going to spot that. Hunter in the window to show some presence. He's going straight for it. Doesn't see Sviat's cap. Just about sees him now. What does he choose to do, Esperanto? Does he hold his ground? Does he try and make a way back into the connector position? That's one. He knows there's another one. That's going to distract DreamEaters. A smoke towards the lower area in the meantime. Now, do Crazy invest in trying to save Esperanto, or do they leave him to his own devices? It looks like it will be the latter. Otto taking Speedak down. No smoke in connector. Maybe he's hunting after Esperanto, who's still in the underpass, and Sviat still having to deal with him. Beautiful round so far from Crazy. Dismantling DreamEaters before they can really do anything they want to do.
Yeah, there's so much of an issue there. Esperanto just stays alive for so long. He's such a confident player in the 1v1s as well with the AK. And now Forrester, it's all he can do to try to extract some damage from this round. And so much in the way of distraction for DreamEaters. They're having to deal with that underpass play. Nice kills coming in from Forrester, getting stat damage and almost getting the taps there as well. He has 40 seconds, a flank is coming. Nexa is boxing him in, and now he's going to finish him off. But yeah, what do you do about that? You know, you've got a guy in the underpass position. You almost have to ignore him, because if you get too caught up trying to deal with it, if it's too difficult, then you're burning so much time, so much in the way of resources. It really throws you off of any game plan you would have had in that round.
4 rounds in a row now for Crazy. After being reset after the pistol. Some nice momentum for them. I think that came at an important time as well after the eco from DreamEaters, building a little money for Crazy. A little comfort. Full bias here for Crazy with all the defuse kits, all the bits and bobs, the bells and the whistles. As for DreamEaters, they are around that 3,000, 3,500 mark once again. Some pistols being purchased. This time there'll be a smoke grenade. And a flash. The last eco, there was no utility. There was no utility whatsoever. So we'll see what they choose to do this time. Smoke towards top mids. So we haven't seen any funky HEs. Oh, smoke towards the window, in fact. We haven't seen any HEs from the T side over a short smoke into the window, for example. Yeah, that's quite something. In the meantime, there's a smoke top mid from the CT side, so they've got some map control for the time being, but that's an early frag for DreamEaters.
Trying to find the gun with the flashbang. Did he get it? Yeah, he got the gun. That's sneaky. Is there a world where they can do something with this? Crowd has stolen away an M4 after kind of a crazy frag. I'm not sure if he actually saw like a pixel or under the smoke or something, but they have position with one player, Speedak, with that Tech 9 in connector. And Sviat's coming with him as well. They're going to split the A-bomb side. There's no nades to deal with the player in shadow. I think that's really the big problem here. And there you go.
50 seconds. There is a trade, and Nexa may be able to hold on to things, or will he? Maybe not. How on earth are they doing this? 3 versus 2. Is there a trade? There won't be. Hunter holding things down. 42 seconds remain, and they don't quite know where Sviat is. He could jump into the window and they wouldn't hear him. With his Desert Eagle, they're both in CT, Hunter and Letney. 30 seconds remain. There's time for him to try and collect something, to get a tight angle, to try and find a headshot. Lenny having a look. There's the headshot I was talking about. Now the bomb can be collected. Is Hunter in the same place? He is. Some shots, but the spray from Hunter will hold on to the round for Crazy. Again, their rounds are tight, but it is another round in a row for Crazy.
Wow, that's insane. They had a chance to win that round. What a beautiful display here. This though, does he see him? What is that? I don't know. There's no way he could see him or do any. I don't know, man. But look at this. He hit so many bullets there. Beautiful lineups showing that he put so much work into their preparation, knowing all the wall bangs. Obviously, that's one of the more common ones you need to know. Always offering up so much damage and danger. Hunter going for the aggression on short here, as will DreamEaters. It's a scrappy fight in the mid position, and it goes down to a 3 versus 3. Forrester wants to capitalize. He moves out ramp. He knows that CTs will be more occupied towards middle, and that's a chance. It's a big chance, but he can't capitalize. He's alive at the very least, and that's something. And Nex is going to dodge out of there.
Minute 20 on the clock. Hunter flanking towards the A-bomb site. Lenny still on short, just now leaving the B area as this utility comes in towards the A-bomb site. 2 Molotovs in quick succession is quite telling. And now it's going to be nigh on impossible to plant the bomb with Hunter and T-spawn. Distraction being run, quite timely from CR4ZY, but is the peak there? He'll go for the frag onto Kinky instead. Bomb plant's not a big deal, now it's 3 versus 1. Forrester alone, not for long though, he'll join his teammates soon enough. And CR4ZY pull another one out of the bag. That is 6 rounds in a row, 7-3 for CR4ZY.
Oh, they're so close too. They had almost had that frag at the player at bench, and on Nexa, that would have been everything. It's unfortunate for Forrester not to get that one, but DreamEaters, they're really showing that they can compete here. This is beautiful to see, and I'm liking that we're seeing a lot of their skill in these scrappier situations. Always fun to watch, but it is crazy picking up the rounds, and given the damage that has been consistently done by DreamEaters, the money's not great for CR4ZY. There is still a chance that DreamEaters can really turn this one around. They got a full buy to do it with.
Flash towards top mid. Stop any shenanigans from the T side. It may delay them slightly. There is a smoke on short. Esperanto once again. This time they're ready for him. Early advantage. However, in that distraction, you can see Letney taking a forward angle with the AWP on the balcony, and Svat's been taken out. You've got to be aware of that gap at all times. There is a pixel gap which can allow you a clean shot and sometimes a free kill. 7-3, 4 versus 4. No presence in the B apartments now from DreamEaters. We've got Kinky in the underpass, and Osso's got to be careful about his angle because he could get shot for free. But Hunter's there to cover. Beautiful stuff, and there's Osso to respond. Now the bomb's in an awkward spot. It's in a very forward position with only 2 players remaining. Okay, it's been collected, but Hunter's on the flank. He's not done just yet.
So he's just shy of seeing that, and they will creep away. So as far as he's concerned, they could have gone into the B apps, or they could have gone around to A. So that means that they have to, the CR4ZY players have to split up 2 to a bomb site, and that means Hunter's going on the flank. But they're going to hear it. There's the warning. Letney knows it's coming. He has to hit these shots. He misses the first one. There's the chance. Out the window, Forrester goes. Letney tries to delay. He's got a grenade in his hand, and he's dead. But will they expect the flank to be so fast from Hunter? The bomb will go down at the very least.
There's a flash for Forrester, but he's got a reasonable position in a market spot. How on earth are the CTs going to deal with this? Crash takes some damage in the meantime. He goes wide and loses his position, and now Crash in an awkward spot. Beautiful shot from him. He's got not much area to work with, and Otto will take him out. 7 rounds in a row for CR4ZY. There's time to defuse the bomb. DreamEaters showing sparks of being very, very dangerous and threatening to take these rounds, but failing to do so. It's been a while since they won a round, and they will take a timeout.
Yeah, that end round situation was so marginal. If there's 1 kill in the market there, you know, the AWP pickup from Crad is really strong, but due to the fact that, you know, he had 3 players running at him, that was not ideal within AWP. And indeed, you know, it feels like DreamEaters, they only really need to get like 5 on the board to have a good shot at this one. CR4ZY are taking a lot of these rounds in clutches and in marginal fashion, so this could be a lot closer.
There's still time for it to be.
Rather they made a 2v4, a 1v2, you know, and with the bomb down is pretty incredible, because it's not just a 2v4 that they're working with. They've also given up the entire map and lost middle control, you know, so it's very impressive from DreamEaters so far. But they need to do more. They need to get those rounds on the board, and that's not a good way to start it off. Otto takes Crad down straight away.
I wonder if the flash from A blinded Crad there. I've seen it before in previous matches, but I'm not 100% sure in that situation. Anyway, 5-round leads. Nice shot onto Kinky. Not sure if he realizes someone's there, but always worth a shot. The Molotov will deter DreamEaters. So plan A has failed. What is plan B? They don't have any map control. Crad went down pretty much immediately. You can see the X in the mid position. 3 towards B, 2 towards A. Not too concerned with mid for the time being. Forrester hasn't really moved much. Maybe DreamEaters were hoping CR4ZY would be over-aggressive with some sound cues of him moving away. They'll head back towards B apartments, it seems. Slowing things down will force CR4ZY to spread out into a more standard setup. 2-1-2 once again. So if they do choose to go back towards B, there'll be less people there to defend it.
Nades in towards B. They haven't had a huge amount of success on these B attacks. See this? Oh my God, Hunter, that's disgusting. That first catch was beautiful, and that really just kills the push. They can't even get out of the apartments. Hunter just says no. He's 14 for 5, and that is another pickup for CR4ZY. These B rounds have been pretty much a struggle every time.
That shot on the jumping play was so calmly taken by Hunter. Let's have another look at it. Beautiful stuff, and the second one isn't too difficult for him either. 9-3 for CR4ZY now. 8 rounds in a row. DreamEaters seem to be out of ideas. Successful ones at least. Another smoke top mid. DreamEaters on pistols, mostly CZs. Cameo Tech 9 from Speedak. Missed a window smoke, it looks like. Might be a run towards short and towards connector at the same time. Oh, so he's missed 2 chances there, seems frustrated. But Hunter's got a short position. Also can hold on to this angle. Oh, in the meantime, that Tech 9 has been activated, and Hunter has lost short.
There's a lot of space to work with now here for DreamEaters. They're going to be holding position just ever so slightly. The catch is not there with Letney down to 22 HP as well. He's got to be cautious. He'll drop a forward smoke. Otto, he's going to have a second bite at the cherry here. He missed his first shot, and he's going to get flanked. Oh dear. Letney's stuck in the apartments. He'll be taken down finally. These pistols are just outmaneuvering CR4ZY. It looks like they're going to lose this round. Just Esperanto left against 5. He's stuck in the market and the bomb's down. So now he can just try to do some damage, I suppose. Their money is good enough to finish off this half, despite losing this one. So but there is still some value for Esperanto to save this, of course. See, I spotted him. No, he did not. Nice round from DreamEaters, but it feels like not a consistent.
Yeah, this is not something you can replicate. This is absolute anarchy. People running around mid towards short and connector at the same time with pistols. But they'll take it. The round is a round. Doesn't matter how you win it, as long as you win it. Esperanto doesn't go for the AWP in the market position. They could lose all their money on this round, CR4ZY, and have nothing left for the last one. A timeout from DreamEaters to discuss the proceedings. 6 rounds still possible for the T side, which will be quite something, considering how the last 9 or so have gone. Yeah,
it would be absolutely huge. There's no doubt about it. However, as you say, it's not all that replicable, that last round, because it was not just the pistols are running in and everything like that, and the chaos and so on, but it was that also missed some key initial shots, and that in combination with everything else was really what did CR4ZY in. I can see Speedak here. He got so faster. Ladder him in. And because Otto missed a shot, I guess there was just a lack of information because he had to fall back, that there could even be a player there. So that breakdown in information, or the informational exchange, was also part of the picture for DreamEaters' success. Top mid smoke. And that will cover the nades out there. Esperanto taking a look towards a ramp. Line up the jungle smoke, perhaps. There we go. So some very fast nades actually towards the A bomb site. What a CR4ZY make of this.
Yeah, well, that's quite a solid counter smoke, which stops all their intentions. They still have reasonable positions in terms of the mid area, DreamEaters, though. And how about that? Just force their way through the smoke. They will not be respecting the utility of CR4ZY. Is there a flash for Esperanto? Kinky's taking damage in the connector position in the meantime. There's a Molotov, but it won't affect him. We'll see if he activates later on. Only 3 players in this push, and 2 of them have been taken out already. Make it 3 now. Crad and Forrester remain. Forrester with the bomb by Tetris, but not for long. No more blocks for him, and it's Crad in the mid position, 1 versus 4. This is exactly the round that CR4ZY needed. Again, they spent most of their money, and they've kept most of their money as they move to 10 rounds.
Yeah, and it was such a huge problem from that A ramp smoke because that A ramp smoke, I think it killed about 10 seconds. And the 10 seconds that it killed, that meant there was only about 5 seconds-ish left on the smokes that DreamEaters threw, and they had 1 smoke remaining after all those smokes were deployed. So at that point, they are completely committed to go to A, and Crazy seemed to realize that. And DreamEaters didn't have really a good re-execute plans, and so that was a huge problem. And now this is the last round. 5 is all that's possible, and Speedak will go straight through the smoke up the catwalk, but Otto misses the shot. That's a very close one, but he will survive. That's critical. Hunter takes down Speedak. That's the orb gone now for the T side, and they've got middle, but the cost has been very heavy.
Flash into connector. Kiki's gonna make his way. He can't see anything, and he's dead now. Minute 20, and that 5th round in the first half is not looking very likely for DreamEaters, but we've already learned we can't count them out. Spots 1 player towards Toll Booth Forrester, but he doesn't want to show. I doubt he meant to jump there, but it's not a big deal. Crowd looking for something. They know where 1 of 5 players is, and there's only 3 of them, DreamEaters. Right side window is the call, in English of course. But what can they do about it? They have a Molotov on Sviat. Maybe they want to use position instead, not give anything away. Crowd with a big frag onto Esperanto, and now things need to speed up for DreamEaters.
Yeah, there is a chance here, but Nex is a little bit dangerous. He has a flashbang as well, and Hunter behind the smoke could pick a really nasty timing to go through it. Crowd is not looking, Sviat is not looking, there is a timing if there's a flashbang, and there is that flashbang, and Hunter will decimate them with the help of Otto Forrester. It is called upon him now. The heroics need to come out. There's 4 players to kill. He's got 1 down. He's got 15 seconds to go. He's going to be forced by the time, and also will take him out. 11 rounds, I should say, going the way of Crazy. 4 at the end of the first half for DreamEaters. Will it be enough for them to make a comeback? We'll have to find out after the break. All right, we are back. This is the last half in this series for these 2 teams, and one of them will make it through to the next stage, and the loser won't be eliminated, but they'll have a chance against Force. But they both, of course, want to get it done right here and right now on Mirage. And DreamEaters did not have the best time of things, only claiming 4 rounds. It was a struggle. There was some marginal spots, but Crazy definitely looking like the better Mirage team. But now we move to the T side for Crazy James. Will they show the same strength?
This round is a must-win for DreamEaters. They've got quite a few grenades and the defuse kit on Crad. 5 Glocks for Crazy, and they've got 2 utility men themselves. I feel like it's few teams we see where 3 people have grenades in a pistol round, but Virtus Pro did try it for a while. Oh, they're going to move straight into the HE. That's not too shabby, almost 150 damage there. However, you still got to get the frags, and so far there are 10 people alive.
Yeah, if they get the bomb down at the very least, that's always a huge win for the T side, regardless of how the round ends. Looking to take over the CT spawn position is always important. Oh, the backstab from Sviat there. The flank is activated. But that doesn't matter because look at them go. They've taken over CT spawn. Crad is forced back. There's another player there as well. Kinky Crad.
Oh my God.
What the hell is that?
Ooh.
2 fast headshots, a bit of team damage as well. Will they sweat it? I don't know. Depends on whether they can kill Crad. Oh man, Crad with 4. What is this guy made of, James? Steel? Concrete? I don't know. He won't die.
That was quite a situation. Accidental headshot made things a little easier, or maybe, I don't know. I mean, it was a headshot ultimately, so perhaps it doesn't matter. Crad with a 4K and a much-needed pistol round for DreamEaters. The play was great from Crazy. Take CT, but how did he get all these frags? Ooh, he took one through the wall as well.
Oh.
Bish, bosh.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love the slow-mo on the second kill. That was my favorite moment.
Such a difficult situation, but Crad delivers, and DreamEaters have a much-needed pistol round. That was a must-win, and they won. Let's see what they can do now. We've seen so many resets after the first round, showing a little too much there, Crad, and now he's gone just like that. Took one player down, but Crazy. They will be at the advantage for a time, not for too long though. Kinky takes Nexa out, and they might even push a ramp. DreamEaters.
Yeah, you got 3 players left. You got middle on Mirage. It's that classic situation of phase 1, mid control. What is phase 2? Phase 2 is often, the setup towards one of the bomb sites, and 3 being the attack. And well, that's not worked out, has it? Also, we'll go down. Now just Letny and Esperanto, and oh dear, that's a nasty dink there. Letny in a bad spot. Escapes with his life, but down to 15. And they know exactly where he is. That's information, and that's a win for DreamEaters. DreamEaters in such a strong position. Where do you go if you are Crazy? There's 40 seconds, so there is time to figure something out, but we've got the bomb in Esperanto's hands, and he's got full HP. He's got an AK. This is Esperanto we're talking about. He's got a smoke as well. He's got a 1v1 on the bomb side. If he moves quickly enough, he might find it. Forrester might want to commit into a plant because he's only got a UMP.
Etney's angle has made things really, really weird. Esperanto, was he spotted going into the window? I don't think he was. 20 seconds remain. Forrester by the bench position, still looking left and right. For the teammate making his way through apartments. That's a huge headshot from Esperanto. But where did he choose to plant the bomb? Straight to the CT on the high ground, and that's going to be the round, surely. 10 seconds. Unfortunate for Esperanto, but it's quite something for Crazy. There's no need for Kinky to peek, and he won't. They win by timeout. A very expensive round, though. They've kept the CT economy honest, moving towards the buy round a little later on, so at least that's something for Crazy. But DreamEaters just about hang on and get another round on the board. Their buy is going to be weird now. Yeah, that was a really odd situation. Man, how key was that dink, I wonder? Maybe not. I mean, the org lineup looks pretty on point, so... Got a timeout from Crazy, considering what to do. And they're going to go for the force buy. They have to realize that with 4 players taken up for DreamEaters, they don't really have the money to buy anything but 1 FAMAS and a bunch of SMGs. So this is the weakest they're going to be in the near future. And Crazy are going to try and capitalize on the damage they did. They're able to eke out a Galil on Esperanto. So there'll be 2 rifles for Crazy. And there'll be 2 rifles for DreamEaters. All is fairly equal in that respect. There are pistols behind Crazy, but again, they can swarm with position. So that CZ and those Deagles, this is going to be an interesting round.
Yeah, DreamEaters definitely set up to get a lot done. They were able to win this one. Ooh, okay, as long as it doesn't go deep enough. The re-smoke, very timely. Might be committed to go through this. We'll see if Crazy do that. Speedink has to be careful. I hope there's not a gap there for his sake. Oh my god.
Nervous stuff, isn't it?
It is very nervous, especially considering the Deagle stuff we saw in that position before. Speedink will hold it.
Okay, there.
He's got a re-smoke, actually. Will he go for it? He will give his position away. They're going to go through the molly! Oh my god, they actually take him down and no one... Well, Letny will burn, it seems. The dink does work out.
That's okay, though. Otto can pick up the rifle. There we go. The Org's been collected. He was behind with the bomb. And now they start to swarm towards the site. A few more grenades to deploy. They're going for the bomb plant. Esperanto up high, gets taken down immediately. Some shadow information there. Otto trying to rotate, but I don't think he'll be able to. Kinky turns away from a flashbang. It's all falling apart for DreamEaters. 2 versus 2. Hunter between the smoke, leaving Sviat with a FAMAS. 1 versus 1 now. He knows where Hunter was. He doesn't have a kit. He has no grenades apart from a decoy. But Hunter's behind a smoke for the time being, looking for something, looking for some utility. There's a smoke he's collected, but he can't go for a 10-second defuse. Moving it forward, there's surely no way Sviat can win this, but Hunt's only got a CZ. He's looking for something, anything. It's too late now. He's not even touching the bomb. The round's already been lost through the smoke to his doom. And there is a force by 1 from CR4ZY. Huge round for them.
Oh, what position are DreamEaters left in after that? Horrible, horrible round for them. So close. So very close. Yeah, the money really sucks. They're going for the force, but we're going to see an AWP purchased, actually. Kinky drops an AWP to Crad. Crad gets the Kevlar. In fact, everybody... Okay, they're going for the full all-in force buy here. If they lose this, it's... Oh, man, it's getting really nerve-wracking for DreamEaters if it wasn't already. Quick smoke for shorts. An AWP is going to be placed towards tickets for DreamEaters. CR4ZY holding their ground towards top middle, sending a couple players underpass. They might go for the fast play in towards connector now. Crad is looking at connector with the AWP. He is the power player. He is the man who can. He's the best performer for DreamEaters on this map. He's got to deliver something in this round.
Denial of information. Smoke takes the angles away for DreamEaters.
They're worried about a boost into the window. That's why he went back to CT. But now he sees everything that he needs to know. They're in connector.
But what else can CR4ZY expect? There's an AWP on A. But what else is there? Could there be a rifle somewhere? An SMG in a tight spot? Are CR4ZY going to play the time well, all things considered, or is nervousness going to put them in a weird position? Speaking of weird positions, Letney's made his way towards jungle, but DreamEaters have left this open. You can see Sviat running away now in market, which could be a bait because Crad's on the other side. Otto gets taken out in the meantime. Kinky running this back to them. Look at the time on the clock. 29 seconds. Bomb almost falling on the ramp. It will fall in the shadow position. And everything's falling to pieces for CR4ZY. Man advantage for DreamEaters. 20 seconds to clean this up. 2 versus 2 make it 1. Letney with 12 HP and a Mac 10. Hope and a prayer. What does he choose to do? He's got to make it expensive at the very least. He knows there's one player near connector. At least take him away, but he can't do it.
Speedak with the 4K. Beautiful stuff from him. I don't quite understand how DreamEaters were able to fashion a win out of that round, but it was so desperate and so needed, and that really keeps CR4ZY at bay because their money's been absolutely murdered here. And that was part of the reason why DreamEaters went for that. Even though it was a low percentage that they were going to be able to win that round, you know, they dropped the AWP, they made sure that they had the best chance. And it was partly because they could have ruined the money if CR4ZY if they did it. Now CR4ZY will force buy in response. And it looks like they're going to go for the old-fashioned set piece onto the A-bomb site. The smokes, the mollies, the flashes, and the bodies.
Meat. Kinky moves close to the smoke. CR4ZY quietly slink away from their position to some degree. How far will they go? Letney as well, it seems. Plenty of grenades for the squad. Smokes towards top mid perhaps, or maybe the window.
Seems like they called off the set piece. It looked like they were going for it.
Well, they have so much time.
I guess maybe they only wanted to do it if there was no smoke on a ramp at the beginning of the round.
They've missed the smoke. It's a bad miss.
Oh dear, yeah. The one there though, of course, at this time of the round. DreamEaters playing ultra safe. Crad can look at ticket and short from, connector and short from ticket though, so they gotta be careful of that.
Look at the forward play from DreamEaters. Kinky is going towards the ramp to clear that, as is Speedak now. Crad might have to gamble and make his way towards the B bomb site. Nobody will be in connector, however, CR4ZY smoking off themselves. Pushing plays, a great in the hand, a 3K from him. He has neutered this push from CR4ZY. Beautiful stuff, great timing. Forward play from DreamEaters. It's not necessarily going to be free. You can hear the call-outs. And now it's Hunter left by the window. Almost no damage done, just Sviat taken out. But look at the proactive play from DreamEaters again. The old information is only so good for DreamEaters. They are better than they were at the minor, but how far can they go? I feel like when you see those anti-ecos, anti-force buys, CR4ZY are afraid. When they have the rifles, they're scared.
The crazy thing about this is that it was looking really good for Crazy. They picked the right spot. It was on that spray. It's like nothing, nothing, nothing. Okay, 3 people are now dead. So that almost went very wrong for DreamEaters. Crowd though looking for the mid pick, waiting for the smoke as you do. Deep incendiary to be just annoying when you get some damage. Where did it go? Where did the incendiary go? It's not going to land, it seems. Crazy with just pistols. We really can never count out DreamEaters, can we?
No, we can't.
You just can't do it. They're looking good to really close the distance here. 9 rounds is on the cards.
I feel like as the stakes get higher and higher, confidence falls away. You know, I feel like Crazy know what they're capable of. But I think the fear of losing makes them play a little worse, or a little more hesitant. A misstep here, a misstep there. Lots of discussion at the moment. And DreamEaters, they look ready. Esperanto, I don't know if... Okay, also does have a gun. P250 is on deck, along with the Desert Eagle. And this may take a while. Crazy must die. See how long Kinky holds this position for. There's a flash for him, beautiful stuff. He knows there's at least one more player there. Some pre-fire from him. He's got a few bullets left. Down to the USP. Some cursory damage, but the gap is close to 3. It's nervous stuff. If you're relying on Crazy for your pick'ems,
sorry.
It's nervous stuff.
Yeah, it's very nervous. If my pickings would have been locked in, James, I would have been relying on them.
If you click the button, you'd have any pick'ems.
Yeah, exactly.
But in fact, you have 0.
Yeah. Brilliant. All right, well, never make that mistake again. First time for everything. DreamEaters now with a double AWP, Starladder, SpeedEck, and Krat. They've both been stellar on this AWP. Let's see if that's... Incendiary manages to find its way onto the server this time. Otto with a very fast push up catwalk. This is very dangerous. Covering for the rotation from the AWPer if he went window to jungle to connector. But instead it's a very safe rotation from window all the way through CT to ticket. Deep flash. And there's the smoke. Very deep smoke. Very deep smoke.
Crazy taking the ladder area. So they have options towards B. But look at that again, the proactive DreamEaters. Kinky's gone down A ramp once more. Do they put a third person towards the B bomb site? There could be a boost in the window, and DreamEaters will not be in a position to deal with it at the moment. Now, there could be a play towards A with a player in Palace. So what does Kinky choose to do? Does he choose to go towards Palace? Or does he choose to flank top mid? It's going to be the latter. However, the entire Crazy squad are going through connector towards the A bomb site. This is very unusual. No lurker on A whatsoever, be it Palace or ramp. SpeedEck has an angle, he's got to avoid the chain flashbangs, he's got help from a teammate, a dry pick from Esperanto, beautiful second shot onto Hunter, almost getting the third one. He's got Krat in position as well, but Crazy are fighting back, although now it's only Nexa, 1 versus 3. 25 seconds to find 3 players. Going for the bomb plant, or inviting it, but he's made a sound. 17 seconds, he knows where 1 player is, he knows where 2 players are. 14 seconds to plant the bomb. Krat holding the angle now. If he got that frag, he could plant it, but he doesn't. And DreamEaters make it to 10.
That was a really interesting round because I think, so DreamEaters obviously had Kinky pushing T-spawn, and they seemed to read that after a while to be a B play. At the same time that Crazy were walking through connector in towards the A-bomb side. So you got these 2 AWPers rotating from ticket to CT spawn. 0 presence on A because they think it's B. And then Crazy are wondering what the hell's going on because there's nobody here. So that they must have been confused as well. And then to see 2 AWPs, I mean, that second shot from SpeedEck was just, that was so fast.
That was beautiful.
That was crazy. That, like, if he's going to keep developing as an AWPer and starts doing stuff like that more consistently, which he's obviously capable of, and here we're going to see it. Look at how insanely fast it is. That was slowed down.
That was extremely urgent, that frag. It was so urgent.
Yeah, that was huge.
Do Crazy have it in them to win this series?
Do DreamEaters have it in them to win this series?
They absolutely do. Again, it's all the pressure is on Crazy. All the pressure's on Crazy. Oh, the timing was almost perfect from Crad. Pistols for Crazy. The lead has been reduced to 2. They've won 1 round in this half, Crazy. Only the 1. Everything else has gone the way of DreamEaters. It's been a CT-dominated game of Mirage.
Do they dare to win? That's the question. Hunter is going to be caught by Sviat there, obviously playing really passive positions here, worried about those pistols, and they will work out so far for DreamEaters. Speedak close to 2 pistols by the smoke. This is very scary stuff. It doesn't, of course, know there's 2 players here necessarily, but it's going to have to show us some of that fast trigger pulling. There's 1 down. He realizes Esperanto is close to... Flick's not going to work out, and all of a sudden... Esperanto, I think he can get his grubby mitts on a AWP, but it looks like he'll die going for it, and there's 11 to 12, and all of a sudden, DreamEaters, who looked horrendous on that first, I looked like they were having a nightmare. Now they are on
living the dream.
They're on cloud 9 in this one.
Not a living the dream. That was it, Dan. That was the phrase there.
Sorry.
Crazy. In the last 3 months, they are 83% on Mirage. It is time to show us why. Because they are on the milk carton. They are not on the server at the moment. 4 AKs and an AWP for Crazy. Can they play their own game? DreamEaters have been so proactive. The pushes on ramp have been very well timed. They've got 2 players in the window stuck behind the smoke, DreamEaters. In the meantime, Hunter's already... Sorry, he's in the underpass. I thought he was in the ladder room for a second there. Ignore me.
He sounded really urgent. I was like, what's going on? I'm like, what have I missed?
Yeah. A quick look from Hunter through connector, but he won't catch the player Sviat who threw the smoke. You can see Forrester in an interesting position. He can get mollied off this spot though. But Letney will just hold his position for now. We've got some jump peaks. We'll get some sound cues from Crad of the AWP. That's some information for the players should they choose to pursue the B bomb site. You can see Hunter now clearing the ladder room. 1 minute on the clock, and Nexa has taken the bomb into B apartment. So I think hearing the scope and knowing it's not deep short is encouraging Crazy to go towards B.
The setup here for B is quite nice. This bait setup. Oh, and Crad hits the shot towards short. That's a really critical one because 2 players are coming in from the apartments now as well. Anything to lighten the load, of course, is very beneficial for us. So they'll check for him. He gets the kill anyway. That's huge. They have to go for the check for it. Now he knows players are below him, and Nexa will take him down. It costs him a couple of seconds, but it won't matter. 2 players coming in for DreamEaters on the retake. How fast will they take this? Will they go for it? Their money's not great on a couple players, so okay, well they're going to go straight in, and Hunter's there to defend. Speedak, he's good, but I don't know that he wants to.
He's got to save
use
this.
The orb for this.
Sviat's got $200 in the bank. Ooh, a tag, but he's alive for now. Kinky with 7k. Oh, okay.
Ouch.
Otto's got a decision to make now. How much do you want to hunt this AWP? Because the money's not spectacular for Crazy either. And Speedak looks like he will hide in plain sight. Got to be careful moving forward because Nexa might spot him in the crawl space. But Nexa's crossed to the other side. If Speedak stays there, then he'll be alright. Oh, he's going to make a mistake at the end. He was fine, now he's dead. 13 rounds for Crazy, only their second in this half.
Yeah, that's a shame actually. I think, looking at the situation, ideally, they would have wanted him to survive so he could drop for a teammate. But it's a little bit awkward here. I think that's why they're taking the time out, is just to work out how to place the money. Obviously, also, you want to make sure that you cool Crazy down a little bit after that round win that they just got, because they're 3 away now from the next stage in this major, and DreamEaters, they need to recover. Again, the loser of this map, loser of this series, they play 4s, so not out of it.
Nobody wants to play 4s at the moment.
But yes, 4s are very dangerous indeed. And I have to say, I'm very impressed by so many of the teams that have made their way through the minors, Force being one of them, DreamEaters being one of them, Crazy being one of them, and Simon Gaming as well. Like, all these teams have really stepped up their game in the 3 weeks since the minors. They've all clearly done a huge degree of work because they all look significantly improved.
Yeah, a lot of them have exceeded expectations. Now let's see if Crazy can at least meet expectations on Mirage. On the T side, haven't quite done that yet. Crad with a lot of shots towards short just in case, but relatively safe. You can wallbang that as well. Again, if you jump on a table support from a CT perspective looks lower, you can be shot through the wall from top mid.
Oh, never mind.
Well, look at Kinky once again pushing the ramp, or getting ready to They've got the YouTube set up, but he continues to pursue with the MP9. This time Nexus creeping. He's getting his get right on, just keeping the Palace and ramp potential push honest. But how far will Kinky go? And will they put more players in a different position, these CTs? I don't know if he's got some sound cues there. He's just jiggling the ramp at the moment, so he doesn't want to pursue too much. Crad had to land that shot. Especially this late in the game, you really can't afford to do things like that, but Forrest is going to hold things down. We've got to push in the high ground in the meantime. Flashes are coming in as well, but they've still got the angles. Still looking difficult. The trades are there. 3 versus 2 now. Crad can get another one, but he double scopes in. Why? He was so close. It was short range. 2 versus 2. The bomb being planted.
They've got to take a breather now. DreamEaters, as they start to walk up. The problem is that there isn't enough players to check for the apartments. And Sviat might need to try to make a distraction happen so the Apps player can get out into position. There is the distraction. Sviat is the distraction. The MP9 now has released its presence. Nexa manages to find the headshot with the spray, and Sviat's going to escape with the AWP. And that's 14 rounds now for Crazy. 2 more to go.
There's a weird chance that Crad was unscoping. Double scope, pressing right click is a lot faster than pressing QQ, so it might be that he was unscoping and just saw the player as he's about to unscope.
Yeah, that was heartbreaking.
And the 1-time flick with the 2-time scope, that is just brutal. I think that's quite likely what was going on there, but there we go. 14 to 11. Sviat able to save the AWP, but the money is broken at a brutal time for DreamEaters, and now the pressure's rising for them. $2,000 per person. Crad takes the AWP, but what can he do with it? Again, we've seen Crazy have great advantages in rounds like this and lose them before, so we can make no assumptions.
Are they just going to go for a hard and fast A? Looks like they might be. Next there with the P250 and Kinky with the P250 as well. Crad lands a shot in middle. That's a pretty big deal because Esperanto was the lurker for this A play, and they're going to know that. Now they see all the nades coming in, they know that only players left are in A or attacking A. It's a really good chance of that. Next are coming through the apartments. Will they spot him? He's really blind. And there it is. Speedak will take him down, but it's 3 versus 3 now. It's Crad, oh my god, with a boost. Almost landing that one, but he'll have to turn tail and run for now.
3v3, the bomb's not down, not planted. Forrester's in CT. He's not going to peek. He's teasing it, but they committed to the bomb plant. That is a huge W for Crazy, but they still have a round to win. Sviat's picked up an AK top mid, so now we've got 2 rifles, and there's a flashbang as well for Sviat. He could throw it over, connect up for someone else to peek. He could go deep to allow the CT guys to make a play. You can see him there, he's going to get tapped. That's a huge win. That's an even bigger one. A beautiful 3 for Hunter. And now it is match point. Surely they can't lose this.
I love how you see some like flashes of Nico-esque plays there. That was really common stuff from him. Hunter showing his skill, and that will be 15 rounds indeed. And here it is, beautiful taps, and then using just the amount of bullets that he needs, ready for the 3rd peak, ready for the trade frag, and Crazy. Are they ready to win? Because all they need is just one more round. One more round. This is it. They've had so many close calls, James. Against North, they were in this position. They're in a position to win. They couldn't get it over the line. North fought tooth and nail to be able to take them down yesterday. It was a 5-hour affair. It was very difficult. And now it's just one round and a few chances to get it for Crazy to make this. DreamEaters have shown us resilience, though. They've shown us composure. They've shown us focus. I love the idea that DreamEaters just don't die. I love the idea that they just make it as hard as possible for everyone that faces them. And maybe they'll do that here.
Look at the glitter on Hunter's shirt. Space. Molotov towards the connector position, the usual stuff, but not usual from the CTs. Forrester and Crad with a huge gamble. You can add speed access to that. He's going to get caught out, but will there be a trade? That could be everything, but it won't be. Esperanto goes 2 for 1, and that's good enough for now. There are advantages, and there's nobody on the B bomb site. Crazy making plays, and there's a flashbang for a short time and stuck in the choke point. Lenny gets taken out. 3 versus 3. Oh, that's not the engagement you wanted to take there. Also taken out. And maybe there's life in the old dog yet.
Yeah, that's a really good point. It's a bold engagement. You just need position on the bomb side at that point, and you can jump past that angle. So we'll have to see if that will compound, if that will be a problem that will be compounded upon As DreamEaters set up for the retake. This is a very difficult angle. Hunter looking to deliver once again. He gets the 1 kill, and now they have to figure out where the hell is Nexa. They can plant the smoke on the bomb and then tap the bomb. That could be one way to try to force him from his position. Got to be careful. Nexa with a fantastic position takes down one Inori. Yeah, that's to do it, but Nexa, he's done it! He's done it for Crazy. Crazy have made it through to the next stage. Congratulations to them. They absolutely deserve it. My God, what a journey to get here, though.
That wasn't a journey, that is a pilgrimage.